Then the midsection. Ah! This will crumple. Oh, come on! You overestimate yourself. Hola mis amores, this is Kirby Marie here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to some more The Crown The Flame. Before I begin, as usual, I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified about the latest videos. Also, drop me the like button, it definitely helps out a lot, and leave your comments and your thoughts on this video or anything in general. So last episode where we left off, we started with the freshman. Oh my god, I keep with that. With The Crown and the Flame, which is a new story from the mobile app Choices, where we read The Freshman as well, and The Haunting of Braywood Manor. Here we play as a princess named Kenna from Stormhold. She and her mother were supposed to invite other kings from different kingdoms and kings and queens.
Yeah, get into it!
To, you know, form an alliance of some sort. But one of the kings named Luther, he sort of, you know, didn't want to join the alliance, and he wanted to become the king himself, and the only remaining king. And so the only remaining king, I don't even know how to speak anymore. And so yeah, he killed pretty much everyone in this particular castle, and even Kenna's mother died. Luckily, Kenna managed to escape with Gabriel and Tevin. Dom stayed behind, so she will be able to escape. He discovers that he has the powers of the flame, which he didn't know much about. But yeah, he has the power of the flame, and luckily he's able to save a servant named Margaret, who she then helps him and makes her temporary son in order to disguise him as one of the servants, so they discover that he's the only remaining soldier. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and without further ado, let's just jump right in. Hold on a second, guys. Alright, The Crown The Flame, Chapter 2, The Ruins of Rakhur. 2 years later, Lieutenant Rakis is king of Stormhold, but Kenna and Dominic spy a chance to take back the kingdom. By the way, 2 years! Oh my goodness. Anyways, let's just get to it already. Chapter 2, The Ruins of Rakhur. Now playing as Dominic, 2 years after King Luther seized Stormhold, you're living at the castle disguised as a common servant. Today, you're helping Trystan and Marguerite carry large sacks of flour to the kitchen. All this just for dinner tonight? I swear we're carrying a week's worth here. Just about. We're cooking double. Another battalion of soldiers arrived at Stormhold last night, and we got to feed them all.
Yikes.
King Luther forces nearly every able-bodied person in the 5 kingdoms into his army. It's no wonder we're overflowing with soldiers. Another battalion. I've got to figure out what's going on and send word to Kenna. Hush! There's soldiers ahead. You want them to hear you. Down the corridor, you spot a woman in armor arguing with a soldier. I won't tolerate another mistake. Prince Marco has been too lenient with you. Every soldier in the barracks will be ready for inspection within the hour, I swear it. You don't see that every day. I wonder who she is. I think she must be a military officer. Dressed in full armor, she's got to be someone important in Luther's army. Enough gossip, you two. We got work to do. Back in the kitchens. My goodness, they want venison tonight for the high table. I hope we have enough. Yeah, and we better hurry up with it. My back still hasn't finished healing from my last whipping.
Oh my god.
As you work, you hear a tapping at the window. Hockey. Hockey is back. I told you, he only answers to... Oh, I can name the bird? That's cool. You cut off a small piece of venison and Paige eats it out of your hand. Paige looks longingly at the sky. Not yet, my friend. When we have news for Kenna, then I'll send you off. Your hawk is as restless as you are, Dom. I don't blame him, but he's the lucky one. He gets to fly away from this place. And he'll get to see Kenna again long before I ever will. Now playing as Kenna, you're living in a hidden monastery, mountain monastery with Gabriel and the monks who run it. As another morning dawns, you carry 2 buckets of water up the hill and into the monastery.
Nice.
You set them down in front of Gabriel and one of the monks. Look at you. There was a time when carrying just 1 bucket left you out of breath. I was a castle girl back then. Now you are something stronger. Why do you push yourself? Most queens leave the hard work to the others. Most queens have kingdoms. Good answer. Are you ready to train with me this morning? I'm always ready. The monk gestures to the sword Gabriel gave you, hanging on a rack on the wall. You eye the weapon in the monk's hand, a rod with blades on both ends. Ooh, court guitar. When do I get to use that one? Only the most skilled monks are allowed to use the court guitar. You are not ready for it. Ooh! You pick up your sword. I'll make do with this. Let's begin. The monk squares off against you, taking a firm, wide stance. He tightens his grip on your court guitar and eyes your weapon. His placid face almost hints at a smile. Then the blades of his court guitar shoots out at you. I should cut through the court guitar? You try to chop the court guitar, but your blade only clangs against it. The monk swivels and the flat of the court guitar's lower blade smacks you right in the below of the ribs. You crumple. Oh, come on! You overestimate your skill and underestimate your enemy, a failure to learn from. The monk then lunges at you, grabbing you by the throat. He jerks you up, lifting you off your feet and holds you in the air in front of him. You fight well, but ultimately, youth and passion cannot match experience and discipline. You are beaten. Yield. As you try to fight off his grip, you notice his left stomach unprotected. Kick him in the gut. Wacha! You wind up and kick the monk as hard as you can in the stomach. The monk sucks in his breath and drops you. Not one of our moves, but a good one. Come on, let's keep going. No, enough for today. You and the monk face each other, bowing. You fought well. My brothers and I will be proud to follow you into battle when the time comes. Thank you. The monk bows to you and leaves. Gabriel turns to you. You're impressed the Rakhur monks. There are about 50 of them, and we'll need every last one in the coming battle to take back Stormhold. Your army's growing, Kenna.
Thank you.
It'll grow even faster once we leave the ruins of Rakhur. Patience, my queen. Just then, the orb Tevin gave you grows warm. Another message from Tevin. What does it say? Any word from the fight against Luther, the Iron Empire? It's Tevin, Gabriel. I lowered your expectations to more material things. So you spin the orb. You spin the orb and Tevin's image appears in it. Princess, I apologize profusely for my dilly-dallying. Being pursued by bandits and hooligans is not conducive to communication, but such are times. I hope with all sincerity that you continue to be safe, which I assume to must be so, given how overprotective Gabriel is.
Overprotective? What does he know about overprotective?
But on to more important matters. Here we go, finally! News! Are you still wearing your hair in the same style? I had a dream that you transformed into something truly wondrous.
Bruh.
My god, this guy. He provided a sketch. It does look pretty that way. We must reconvene sometime soon so that we can overthrow Luther. And before you forget entirely about your most devoted friend, me.
Bruh.
Oh my god! Tevin's image fades from the orbs as the message ends. At least he's loyal. I wish it was Dominic we heard news from today. It seems like it's been ages since we last saw his hawk. If he sends his pet to us too often, he'll draw suspicion. I know, it's just, I'm worried about my people. King Luther is a cruel tyrant. The suffering of our people may be great, but our time will come. Before we can do anything to take back Stormhold, we'll need an opportunity. Wait, did you hear that? Hear what? Before you can say another word, Gabriel whips out his dagger and hurls it into the shadows. A man screams. Ah! Navraki scouts! We can't let them report back to King Luther! It's her! It's the queen! Don't let them get away! The 2 remaining scouts rush out to the monastery in opposite directions. Gabriel rushes after one and you start to head after the other one. Wait, I'm going to need a weapon. Oh, gimme. You snatch up the cork guitar, nimbly twirling it through the air and tucking it beneath your arm. With every move, it makes a soothing metallic hum. Now this is my kind of weapon. You sprint outside, chasing after the scout. Not going to get away from me! You catch up to the scout. He spins, pulling out 2 curved daggers. Good luck defending against 2 blades, girl! You spin the cork guitar in your hand, the bleeding trees in large, intimidating arcs through the air. I think I'll handle them just fine. Oh god, you're using one of those! Yes, now I'm going to fight or what?
Got it!
I don't care if you have one of those double-bladed weapons. I'm going to cut you up, and I'm going to gut you just like a wild boar. The scout lunges forward, slashing at your chest with one of his daggers. You block. You block his attack, smashing his hand with the flat of the cork guitar's blade. Ah! Before you can counterattack, he thrusts with the other dagger. I should block. You spin the cork guitar hand over hand, smashing into his forearm, breaking the bone. Ah! Ugh. What was that part where you were supposed to cut me off? He lunges again, but this time you're able to roll away quickly, exposing a weak point on his thigh. You attack, aiming for his thigh. Your cork guitar slices his thigh, spraying blood in a fine mist. Ah! You whip around the other end, catching him in the calf. Yeah, to hell's with that weapon! Is this the part where you got me? In his rage, he whirls around, kicking you hard in the chest and sending you flying onto your back. Ah! He rushes towards you. This is where you die! Sweep his legs! You twirl the cork guitar in a low sweep, wedging one of his blades into his ankle. Ah! He stumbles, you kick your legs out, popping into a fighting stance, the cork guitar humming at your hip. I'm still going to kill you, I swear it! Not if I kill you first. The blades of the cork guitar spin, slicing in vicious swats across his body, first across his chest. Then the midsection. Ah! This way I'm just making dramatic screams before finally slicing at his legs. Ah! He spills forward, blood pouring out of him. Well, that was eye-opening. You certainly don't need my help. I could get used to fighting with this cork guitar. We must be vigilant. Not even a single scout can report back our location back to Luther. We stopped them today, but we can't hide forever. No! And when the time comes, you must be ready to strike. Yes, you and Gabriel head back inside. You don't notice a slight stirring in the bushes. Lying there, holding his breath, is one last Nevraki scout. Oh, come on! Uh-oh! Now playing as Dominic in the kitchen, you spot Rose filling a tray with meat. A guard looms over her. That looks tasty. The soldier reaches over and plucks a piece of meat from the tray. Seriously?
Wow.
Please, sir. We'll barely have enough for the high table as it is. That's your problem, isn't it? If I got to watch over you filthy kitchen rats, I'm going to enjoy myself. He reaches for more.
You better stop!
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Oh yeah? And why would I listen to a dog like you? Because that food fell in horse dung. But it's all the venison we got, so we have to serve it. Disgusting! We washed it as well as we could, but... Enough! I don't want to hear about it. The soldier moved down to the other end of the kitchen to steal a piece of bread. You whisper to Rose. Looks like that did the trick. Thanks, Dom. Tell her it's nothing. It's the least I could do. I know that look. What do you want to know? And keep your voice down. You don't need to sound so suspicious. I'm here to offer my services. I want to help you serve the banquet tonight. Oh, really? And why do you want to do that? You lean close and whisper in her ear. I need to spy on King Luther. I think he's plotting something big. I need to find out what it is. Oh, Dom, please be careful. I don't want to see you tied to the whipping pole tonight. I'm always careful, except, when I'm not.
Bruh.
I'm going to regret this. But here, take this tray of venison and don't draw attention to yourself. Of course. You follow Rose into the banquet hall, soldiers line the walls, standing at the attention. At the center, Prince Marco and his right-hand man, Bartel, are sitting at a long banquet table. About time! Any later, and I'd be visiting the kitchen with my carving knife.
Yikes.
Apologies, my lord. Across from Marco and Bartelli is the red-haired woman you saw earlier, and at the heads of the table, King Luther Nevraki presides. As I was saying, after speaking at length with Helen, I've made my decision. My lord, is it wise to discuss things of this nature in front of the servants? I assure you they're perfectly subdued. We beating any fight over them long ago. Luckily, this is easy to demonstrate. You, come here. Yes, my lord? What do you know about the Iron Empire? Well, is that where our iron comes from? I think that says it all. Satisfied, Helene? I don't know if I ever heard anyone more misinformed. See, he might as well be a piece of furniture in the room. Rose shoots you a quick smile.
Perfect.
Yes, that fooled him. So as I was saying, I'll be sailing west tonight and attacking the Iron Empire with the bulk of our forces. We're going to war? About time. Sparring is no replacement for a real battle. I don't want to get slow. No, you won't be going with me. You'll remain here at Stormhold. What? But there's no glory in staying here. I should be cutting down our enemies like my brothers and sister. This castle is the heart of our new kingdom. I am entrusting it to you. Do not make me regret it. Helen, I'll need you to stay here as well. But my king, my place is at your side as it always has been. You must hold the 5 kingdoms. Does no one understand that? Helen, you'll serve me best here. I'm leaving behind a contingency of my most elite troops for you to command. Yes, my king. You might also help prevent my son from wasting scouts to hunt after exiled princesses. How did you know about that? Kenna. More venison. Where is that servant? You rush forward. Serve the venison. You use the serving fork to put more venison on King Luther's plate. He ignores you and continues talking. Good, they barely even notice me. Anyway, that little girl is of no consequence to us. She's no little girl now. Half the realm is still loyal to her. If she were to call for an uprising, she won't. Not while she can cower away in some hovel. Leave her be. But my word is final. Now I'd write tonight. After dinner, as you and Rose carry the plates and dishes back to the kitchen, you see King Luther riding out with the main force of his army. In the nearby banquet hall, you hear a crash. Sounds like there's something going on in there. Rose, I got to see what more I can learn. Be careful. You linger outside the door and listen in. Helen, I won't say this again. I want a team of assassins sent after that girl. He hurls a vase against the wall, shattering it to pieces. You can destroy as many vases as you like. Your father said to hold Stormhold. I follow his orders. If my father wants to leave me here, I will find my own glory, and ending the life of that miserable girl before she can raise her hand against us. Marco rubs his face, remembering how Kenna slapped him. She already raised her hand against me once. She'll learn to regret that. I'll mount that foolish girl's head on a spike for everyone in the god-forsaken castle to see. You'll never touch Kenna. You feel anger rushing through you. You look down at your hands. They feel warm. It's just like 2 years ago. That fire. They begin glowing a faint red. Focus my anger. You take a deep breath and calm yourself. You feel power rolling deep in your veins. As you watch your hands, the heat consolidates to a point in the center of your palm. Oh. The heat blossoms into a small fireball that spins and dissipates. What was that? It feels stronger. You lean back towards the door, listening again. Now, Helen, I'm sure my father would love to hear that you openly rebelled against me the moment he left for the war. Now say, yes, Prince Marco, and do my bidding.
Wow.
Yes, Prince Marco. Helen heads toward the door. You dart around the corner before you're spotted. A while later, you return to your quarters where Trystan is waiting for you. You did it, didn't you? You found out what's going on. If the soldiers catch you out after curfew, I'm not scared. I've had losses before. Now tell me. It's big. Luther's left and has taken most of the army with him, all but an elite group of soldiers. And even bigger, Marco is sending assassins after Kenna. I have to warn her. We can do more. We got to. I know a man down in the dungeons who can get us a poison designed to take out 100 men. We could poison Marco, but we never be able to get it past his tasters. Maybe we can't get the poison to Marco, but we could poison those men King Luther left behind. They're camped just outside the walls. And I'm pretty sure soldiers aren't lucky enough to have personal tasters. Every soldier Marco loses is one Kenna won't have to face. One more way I can protect her. We'll do this for Kenna. Are you serious? Are we really doing this? Because it will mean sneaking outside the castle walls. Yeah, let's do it. Trystan, get the poison. A few hours later, Trystan returns with a vial of poison. Here it is. Are you ready? I am. We have to do everything we can to fight the Navraki's family. Later that night, you and Trystan sneak out, hiding behind a boulder at the edge of the army's camp. Last chance to turn back. Not on your life. The troops are gathered around the fire, the smell of roasted meat wafting in the air. There's a barrel of ale propped up on the back of that wagon. I'll dump the poison in. You stand watch. I'll whistle if I see someone's coming. You creep out to the barrel of ale, lift the lid, and dump the poison in. For you, Kenna. As you turn back, you hear Trystan's whistles. Just ahead are two soldiers walking right towards you. Oh, gods. Scrambling, you dive under the wagon. Quiet night. How about we get drunk off our asses and find us some right peasant girls? See, that's where we're mates. You always got the best. Shh, quiet. I hear breathing. The other soldier draws his sword, the blade glinting in the moonlight. Hold your breath. Don't breathe. I should keep holding it. Must not make a sound. I should hold just a little longer. Oh my god, you keep your breath held. Huh, guess my mind's playing trick again. Idiot, come on, let's go drink till we can see straight. When the soldiers finally leave, you rush back to your hiding spot with Trystan. That was close. What do we do now? Now, we all wait for them all to die. A short while later, something isn't right. Poison! The ale's poison! The soldiers lurches forward, vomiting blood. Throughout the camp, all the soldiers begin kneeling over, gagging and bleeding out their eyes. Word spreads, but it's too late. In a few seconds, the entire camp is eerily silent. For Kenna and for Stormhold, we'll take back this castle or die trying. Luther's eyelid soldiers. I can't believe we did it! We took out all of them! And we'll be dead next if we get caught. Let's hurry back. We'll still need to send a message to Kenna. Back in the kitchens, you lean out of the window and whistle two short blasts, calling Paige to you. You slip a message to Kenna in between Paige's talons. If Kenna survives this attempt on her life, it'll be perfect time for her to return. To take back this castle and her kingdom. Fly true, my friend. Fly to Kenna. Chapter Progress. The monks of Rahur have promised you 50 troops for the final battle. You have unlocked the short sword as a weapon to use in future battles. You have unlocked the ability to use the court guitar. It will give you an edge over your enemy in your effort to take back your kingdom. You beat the monk in your sparring match. Rose will now do everything she can to help you. You choose to poison the Raki's troops with Trystan. This will help in the overall effort to win back the kingdom. Overall progress. Gabriel alive, recruited, Prince Tevin alive. Anyways, as much as I would like to continue this episode, I'm going to end it here. It's been a little while already, but if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop the like button. It definitely helps a lot. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate if you do. Also leave your comments and your thoughts on this video or anything in general. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you, and we'll be seeing you on the next episode. Bye, guys.